Today, we delve into the fascinating story of how two teenagers managed to hack into the CIA's systems. This tale from the annals of cyber history is about two audacious young hackers. The first, known online as Cracker, hailed from the quiet town of Leicester, England. The second, Default, was a resident of Virginia, USA. Together, they managed to pull off a feat that many might think impossible. Their audacity and technical prowess allowed them to breach the digital fortress of the CIA, one of the world's most secure and guarded institutions. The result? A ripple effect that reverberated around the world. Their actions sent shockwaves through the intelligence community and raised questions about cybersecurity. This story isn't just about a daring hack, it's about the vulnerabilities in our systems, the power of technology in the hands of the young, and the need for vigilance in our ever-connected world. The year was 2015, and the CIA received an unexpected call from an anonymous number. The world was a different place then, with technology rapidly evolving and the internet becoming more powerful, yet more vulnerable. These teenagers, Cracker and Default, were just ordinary kids, but with extraordinary skills. They were living in a time where coding was the new literacy, and they had mastered the language. In the beginning, the call was taken lightly. Imagine a government agency at the helm of the world's intelligence receiving a call from a couple of teenagers claiming they've hacked their system. It seemed ludicrous. It was dismissed as a prank, a joke, a blip in the radar. But as the conversation unfolded, the atmosphere began to shift. The laughter died down, replaced by a deafening silence. It soon became clear that something serious was happening, something unprecedented, something that would change the course of history forever. At first, the call was dismissed as a prank, but it soon became clear that something serious was happening. The teenagers had successfully breached the CIA's systems, gaining access to sensitive information. This wasn't some computer game or school project. It was a real-life, high-stakes intrusion into one of the world's most secure systems. The hack was not a product of mere chance or random guessing. It was meticulously planned and executed with a precision that would make even seasoned hackers envious. Cracker from Leicester and Default from Virginia were no ordinary teenagers. They had a deep understanding of computer systems and networks, and they knew how to exploit their vulnerabilities. This wasn't about fame or fortune either. These two teenagers weren't interested in selling the information they had access to, nor were they looking to make a name for themselves in the dark corners of the internet. No, their motive was different, and it was deeply rooted in their beliefs and their perception of the world around them. They saw a world ravaged by conflict, particularly in the Middle East. They saw the devastation in Palestine and felt a profound sense of injustice. They wanted it to stop, and they believed they had the power to make a difference. So they made their move. They hacked into the CIA's systems and they made their demand. They didn't ask for money. They didn't ask for recognition. Their demand was simple: stop the military actions in the Middle East, particularly in Palestine. These were not the demands of terrorists or criminals. They were the demands of two teenagers who were disillusioned with the world and believed they had the power to change it. They used their skills not for personal gain, but to send a message, to make a stand, and to demand change. Their actions were bold, audacious even, but they were also a stark reminder of the power of technology and the potential it has to drive change. The agency realized their systems were compromised even before the call ended. Imagine, if you will, the sheer panic that must have flooded the CIA's high-security headquarters as the weight of these words sank in. Suddenly, the fortress of American intelligence felt as vulnerable as a house of cards. Now what followed was a whirlwind of chaos. The CIA, known for its calm in crisis, was thrown into a state of disarray. This wasn't a James Bond movie. There were no suave spies with their cool gadgets to save the day. This was real life, and they were dealing with two teenagers armed with nothing but their laptops and audacity. The agency was left scrambling, trying to assess the extent of the breach. How much information had been accessed? How deep had these kids dug into the CIA's confidential files? The questions were endless, the answers disturbingly scarce. As the news of the hack spread like wildfire across the government, it was as if a cold wave had swept through the corridors of power. This was not just a breach of security, it was an assault on the nation's pride, a slap on the face of its intelligence community. The fallout was swift and severe. The incident sparked a nationwide conversation about cybersecurity. Suddenly, everyone was talking about firewalls, encryption, and secure networks. The government was forced to confront the reality of its vulnerabilities. It was a wake-up call, a reminder that the virtual world could pose as much of a threat as the real one. In the aftermath, changes were inevitable. The government invested heavily in bolstering its cybersecurity, pouring billions into new technologies and personnel training. The incident served as a catalyst for a complete overhaul of the country's digital defense mechanisms, and yet the sting of the incident lingered. The ghosts of the hack haunted the government for years, a constant reminder of the day two kids managed to shake the pillars of the mighty CIA. The incident led to widespread panic within the government and raised concerns about cybersecurity vulnerabilities. A sobering thought, isn't it? But one we must remember as we navigate our increasingly digital world. Authorities traced the call back to Leicester, England, where Cracker resided, and to Virginia, USA, where Default lived. The investigation into this extraordinary breach of security was swift and thorough. The agencies involved were not only looking to apprehend those responsible, but also to understand how such a breach had occurred in the first place. The shock was palpable as they uncovered the truth. The infiltrators were not seasoned cybercriminals, but two teenagers with a profound understanding of the digital world. Cracker was a 17-year-old high school student in Leicester, while Default was only 15 and hailed from Virginia. Despite their youth, they had managed to outfox one of the most secure systems in the world. The authorities were left scratching their heads, wondering how they had underestimated the capabilities of these digital natives. The teenagers had used a combination of social engineering and technical expertise to gain access. They had exploited vulnerabilities that experts had overlooked, demonstrating a deep understanding of the system's architecture. But what was the motivation behind this audacious act? It wasn't for personal gain or notoriety. Instead, it was a form of digital protest, a statement against certain political decisions and actions. The investigators discovered that Cracker and Default were not acting alone. They were part of a larger online community of hackers and activists. Their inspiration came from a well-known hacking collective, Anonymous. Anonymous is a decentralized international activist and hacktivist collective known for its various protests and direct actions. The authorities found that Cracker and Default were influenced by the group's ideology. They admired the collective's commitment to transparency, freedom of information, and their willingness to challenge powerful institutions. They saw hacking as a tool for social change, a way to bring about justice and equality. Their actions, while illegal and reckless, highlighted the vulnerabilities in the system and the need for stronger cybersecurity. Their story serves as a stark reminder of the power of technology in the hands of those who understand it and are willing to use it for their causes. Both teenagers were influenced by the hacking group Anonymous, known for their activism and cyber attacks. In the end, the story of how two kids hacked the CIA serves as a reminder of the power of technology and the importance of cybersecurity. It's a tale that unfolded much like an edge-of-the-seat thriller, with an unexpected twist and turns. The audacity of Cracker from Leicester and Default from Virginia, who were just teenagers, is simply astounding. Their actions, while unlawful, drew attention to the vulnerabilities of even the most formidable systems. This incident was a wake-up call for many, highlighting the urgency for robust cybersecurity measures. It underlined the fact that in the digital age, anyone, even teenagers sitting thousands of miles away, could pose a potential threat. The story of these two teenagers is more than just an audacious hacking incident. It's a testament to the power of the internet, the potential of the younger generation, and a stark reminder of our vulnerabilities. It also highlights the need for stronger measures to protect sensitive systems from such breaches in the future. Thank you for joining us as we explored this intriguing tale. The story of Cracker and Default is one that continues to resonate years after the event occurred. It's a tale that underscores the astounding power of technology and how it can be wielded by the most unexpected individuals. It's a story that makes us question our assumptions about security, about power, and about the individuals who have the audacity to challenge established systems. But let's not forget the central characters of our story, two teenagers who, with a combination of skill, curiosity, and perhaps a dash of recklessness, managed to shake an institution as formidable as the Central Intelligence Agency. It's a stark reminder that age, location, or status are no barriers when it comes to the virtual world. It's a world where a student from Leicester and a high school kid from Virginia can become major players overnight. What drove these two teenagers to take such a monumental risk? Was it the thrill of the challenge, the desire to make a political statement, or a combination of both? As we've seen, their actions were inspired by the cyber activist group Anonymous, an entity that has become synonymous with digital dissent. While their methods can be controversial, there's no denying the impact they've had on our collective consciousness. They've shown us that in the digital age, the power dynamics can shift in unexpected ways. This incident also sheds light on the vulnerabilities inherent in even the most fortified systems. It's a sobering thought that two teenagers could infiltrate a system designed to safeguard national security. It's a wake-up call to all of us about the importance of cybersecurity. In our increasingly digital world, ensuring the security of our systems is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. This story is a stark reminder of the potential consequences of complacency. It shows us that the guardians of our safety cannot afford to rest on their laurels. It's a call to action for all of us to be more vigilant, more proactive in ensuring our digital safety. But this tale also serves another purpose. It's a testament to the power of human curiosity and ingenuity. It's a reminder that despite the potential risks, there's something inherently human about wanting to push boundaries, to question authority, to challenge the status quo. It's this very spirit that has driven some of the greatest advancements in human history. As we reflect on this story, let's not lose sight of its broader implications. It's not just about two teenagers who managed to hack the CIA. It's about the changing dynamics of power in our digital age. It's about the importance of vigilance in our increasingly interconnected world. And above all, it's about the indomitable spirit of human curiosity and the desire to make a difference. We hope you've enjoyed this journey as much as we have. We've delved into the world of hacking, explored the motivations of our protagonists, and reflected on the broader implications of their actions. It's been a fascinating exploration, and we're glad you could join us for the ride. If you found this journey as intriguing as we have, we'd love to hear from you. Your thoughts, your insights, your reflections, they enrich our understanding and make this journey all the more rewarding. So don't hesitate to share your thoughts. And as we wrap up this episode, we want to leave you with a thought. In a world where technology is increasingly shaping our lives, let's not forget the power of human curiosity, the value of questioning, and the importance of vigilance. For it's these qualities that will guide us as we navigate the complexities of our digital age. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we delve into another captivating story from the world of cybersecurity. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and above all, stay safe in the digital world.